Well, hello people of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a recommendations video, and I have a couple of books here that I'm going to recommend, that I would recommend to anyone who is like maybe their first time reader, or just books that I really highly recommend that everyone should read. And yeah, I'm going to get straight into this. So the very first book that I would recommend is a contemporary type book. I think it's a new adult, but it's fairly easy to read, and that is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This is just a dust jacket. This book follows a girl named Lou who loses her job, and she then gets a job looking after this man named Will who is in a wheelchair, and she basically takes care of him, and it's not what you expect it to be, and it's just really such a great book. It will make you cry, it will make you fall in love with the characters and then just make you cry, and it's just such an amazing book. And it's getting turned into a movie with Sam Claflin and the girl who plays Daenerys in Game of Thrones. I cannot remember her name. I think it's Emily something, but yeah, I can't remember her name, and it's getting turned into a movie. And the second book of this just got released last month, which I haven't actually got yet and still waiting for it to arrive. And yes, this is a really amazing book. I would highly recommend this to anyone. It's such an amazing book and you will not regret reading it. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to recommend to you will come at no surprise. If you have watched my channel before, you will not be shocked that I'm about to tell you to read this book, and that is Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. I am obsessed with this book. I tell everyone to read this book because it's just so amazing, and every person that has actually listened to me and read this book has loved it. So not a single person I've told to read this yet has disliked it. They've all been like, oh my god, why haven't I read this sooner? Basically, if you are a fan of Pokemon and you want to read a book that is similar to Pokemon, this is the book you need to read. It's just so similar to Pokemon, and it follows a girl named Tella, and her brother is dying of like cancer, and she gets this invitation to take part in the Brimstone Bleed, which is a race across different biomes, and whoever wins the race gets a cure for any illness. So she takes part in the race because she wants to get a cure for her brother, and this is basically what happens. And it's such an amazing book. It's a dystopian type book. You will absolutely love it and fly through it. And the second book, Salt and Stone, was released earlier this year. That's just as good as the first book, and it's just such a good book. I can't emphasize how much this book is amazing and how much I love it. Like, it's just such an amazing book. You need to read it. Okay, so the next book that I would recommend is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and as it is coming up to Halloween, this would also be a really good book to read for Halloween. This book follows a boy named Jacob who uncovers this stuff about his family and his grandfather and this past about this, and then he goes to this island to basically figure out all these stuff that he finds out. I just don't want to tell you because I don't want to like spoil it, but it is a really good book, and basically there's these weird children with all these weird powers and stuff, and this book has like pictures in it, and the pictures are really creepy, and that's why I recommend it for like Halloween. It's not a scary book. I can't really say it's scary because it's not scary. It's just creepy with the pictures and stuff. And yeah, so these books are really great books to read for around Halloween, I think anyways. And yeah, the third book of this just came out, and I have it, and I haven't read it yet though, and I will be soon. And yes, so I would definitely recommend Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Then once again, as it is Halloween, I would recommend Say Her Name by James Dawson. This book follows the story of Bloody Mary and about these group of friends that summon her one night at a bonfire or something, and the spirit of Bloody Mary comes after them. The girls and the boy see Bloody Mary everywhere, and she one by one starts taking them all off and stuff, and it's really creepy and scary. Like, there's a part in this book, and I read it in bed at night time, and I actually had to put the book down and consider the fact if I wanted to keep reading because I was really creeped out. So Halloween time, Say Her Name by James Dawson. This is a really good book to read for Halloween, and it is just, it's so creepy and scary. Like, you won't actually think that a book could creep you out this much, but this one really does the job. The next book that I recommend is None of the Above by I.W. Gregorio, and this book I just recently finished for the World of Words book club, and I'm going to leave a link to the book club down in the description if you want to join the book club and join us for our read for October. So this book follows a girl named Kristen who finds out that she is intersex, or a hermaphrodite. And basically, if you don't know what that is, that means that on the outside she looks like a girl, but in the inside with her chromosome DNA and stuff, she's technically a boy, but she looks like a girl, so therefore she would portray herself as a girl because technically she is still a girl. She has everything that looks like a girl and everything. It's just the inside part is made up of male chromosomes and stuff. So yeah, she finds out this. Her people in her school all find out about it. She starts getting kind of bullied and stuff, and it's just really such an intense book, and it's something that I feel not enough people know about. And also it's kind of like an LGBTQ kind of book, kind of, not really, but yes. So it's also a really good kind of book for that, and it's not that long, so you will fly through it. And yes, I would just highly recommend this book because it is a really, really great book. Okay, so the final book that I will recommend to you is actually a graphic novel, and that is just in case someone wants to start getting into graphic novels and they don't know where to start. I highly recommend that you start with Amulet by Kazu Kibushi. This book follows a boy and a girl who move to their grandfather's old house, and they go into the basement or something like that, and their mother gets taken by this creature, and they follow the creature into this whole different world, and it has all these weird stuff in it, and it's just so amazing. And the artwork in this is just so fantastic, and the characters that get introduced, especially this pink bunny rabbit, I absolutely love him. And you may think that this is really, really childish, but it actually isn't that childish. And yeah, I would really highly recommend this book series because I think there's like 7 or 8 of these, so this is just the first one. And I would highly recommend these. These are really, really fun and just really, really quick reads. Like if you were in a reading slump and you just want to read a book and you know you get through it, like you read this in like an hour or half hour. Like it's so quick to read, and they're just so fun, and I love them. So I would highly recommend these. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. If you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up and let me know some books that you would recommend to me. Maybe I haven't read them, maybe I have. And if you've read any of those books I've actually recommended you, tell me what you thought of them, and I'd just like to know your thoughts on the books. And other than that, I will see you guys all next time in my next video. So goodbye.